So, today, my question is this. What Jesus and his father did, was it a prank or was it a sacrifice? What Jesus and his father did, was it a prank or was it a sacrifice? To me, as a critical thinker, and I don't know for you if you're a critical thinker, to me as a critical thinker, it's a prank. It's not a sacrifice. Yes. Okay, if you go according to the story, this almighty entity, this almighty all-knowing God, he created the world and created human being that has no knowledge. They have no knowledge of anything. They are just like newborn babies. And put them in that garden. He created everything and said, oh, everything is good and perfect. So he put them inside that garden. And now, knowingly, he knows. And then put a plant, a fruit, a tree in the center of that garden. In the center of the garden. And told these two newborn babies that doesn't know their left from their right, not to go and eat from that fruit. He knows that these are newborn babies, so that does not know their left from their right. And he told them, don't eat from this fruit. Oh. Good. And he was also the one that created the serpent that came and deceived these two newborn babies. He created this. That is this thing self. I don't understand. He was also the one that created that serpent that deceived these two newborn babies. The second mistake he made, which was not the fault of human being. And the serpent deceived them, according to you. Good and fine. And in his anger, because he knows he's unforgiving, quick to be angry, jealous. That's who he is. According to your Bible, no be me talking. In his anger, he started reacting. He started destroying. He started unaliving people. In his anger, he destroys. He unalive. He do this. He became so angry and so jealous. He started showing his true color as a narcissistic God. Good and fine. Now, it was not enough. He then sat down on that his throne and told himself, okay, what should I do? Okay, let me become my son. Let me become my son on the flesh and come down and sacrifice myself to this thing that I've committed. Instead of him to accept that it was all from him, it was his own mistake. He put it on us. Bam! He put it on you people, not even on us, because I don't believe in that cock and bull story. That story is not for me. He put it on you people, the Christians. Bam! He said, okay, let me come and die for their sins. Let me come as human being and die for their sins. He came in flesh and said he's now his son. To sacrifice his son to himself, which he is the son. Yes, I know it may sound confusing, but that is how confusing it is in the Bible. I said, okay, let me come and sacrifice myself. Okay, now this is the prank there. Okay, my son, go and sacrifice yourself. For 3 days, I will raise you from the dead, and I will give you the whole world. You will sit beside me on the throne, and you will have everything. God himself, God, the Son, then came down, claimed that he sacrificed himself for his father or himself for himself. And on the third day, God rose himself, his son, from the dead. Is this a prank or was it a sacrifice? Now, that one is not enough. I want to ask you something. You that is watching me now, Maybe a president committed something out there and he asks you to come and, instead of him to go to prison, he said you should go to prison for him. And that when you come back, you should spend 3 days or 3 years in that prison. When you come, that he will bring you out in the next 3 years. That's when you come out, that is going to give you everything. In fact, you will be equal to him. He will give you everything in the palace. You will have whatever you want. My dear brothers and sisters, won't you do it? You that is looking for money. Won't you do it? 3 days now and 3 days. That they will bring you out and you will own everything. So is this a prank or was it a sacrifice? It's just a question.